There's a taste of Spain, Wales and England in my Monkfish and Chorizo Welsh Rarebit.
And the ingredients are monkfish, and for the rabbit, manchego cheese, English mustard, some Spanish lager, the yolks of 2 eggs, and some chorizo. And we'll be serving it on a bed of tomatoes and dressed with a clam vinaigrette with clams, olive oil, tarragon and lemon juice. So first we'll get started with the rabbit. Now I'm using manchego cheese because it's really going to complement the chorizo. It's a lovely crumbly cheese as well, full of flavour. Now I'm going to take a bowl and to it add a teaspoon of English mustard. Now a classic ingredient for a rabbit. I'm going to add some lager, start to make a paste because you don't want any lumps of mustard in there. Now I'm going to put a pan onto a low heat, pour in the mustard and the beer.
Rabbit or rarebit, this centuries-old savoury dish is thought to have been invented as a substitute for meat.
I'm going to gently start to combine the cheese, lager and mustard. It's really important for it not to boil. You don't want it to split and go all gooey. So that's just ticking over nicely. Now I'm going to start on the chorizo. I love chorizo, full of paprika and such Spanish robust flavours. I'm just going to slice it, thin slices, and then going to cut through into small little dices. I want the flavour to go throughout the rarebit mix. Now because the cheese is starting to melt, you start to see it turn this lovely orange colour. And with that melted, I'm going to take off the heat and allow it to cool. OK, now for the egg yolks. Just take 2 eggs and then separate the yolks. It's important to let it cool a little bit, just so the yolks don't scramble when you put them in. And I'm just going to keep stirring them through, and this is going to just help to bind it and also add a lovely little richness to it as well. Next, I'm going to take a plate, and I've just placed some non-stick greaseproof paper on, and all I'm going to do is just scrape the filling onto the paper, fold over the top. Now I'm shaping and levelling this, because once chilled and set, all I've got to do is cut it and then simply lay over the fish and bake. So now I'm just going to pop it into the fridge.
It should take around an hour to set.
So my chorizo rarebit mix is completely chilled, and that's exactly the texture I want. So we'll take a tray, some drizzled bit of olive oil. It's going to stop the fish sticking. I've got some lovely monkfish here. It's meaty and very versatile, works with so many flavours. Season with salt and pepper. Then just lay the rarebit over the fish, just like so. And I'm going to pop these into an oven for about 12 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So the monkfish is in the oven, so now let's start to make our base. So I'm going to take some tomatoes and with a very sharp knife, just start to slice.
Using a sharp knife helps the slices keep their shape, making the tomatoes look great on the plate.
And then just take the tomatoes and just start making a fan. And that'll be perfect. And now for the clam dressing. So take a pan, just going to put on a high heat. I'm going to add some white wine, I'm going to add some clams, and just cook till they open, anything between 2 to 3 minutes. So the clams are ready, and I'm just going to let them cool down on the tray. So once cooled, I've deshelled, picked them, and I'm just left with these lovely bits of flesh and meat. For the dressing, take a bowl, I'm going to add some olive oil, some lemon juice, touch of pepper, pinch of salt. I'm going to take some tarragon, which is one of my favourite herbs. It just works so well with fish and meat, and that's exactly what we're doing in this dish. And then add to the vinaigrette. Give a quick stir, and then, of course, add the clams. And just gently fold them through. And it really couldn't be simpler. So that's our vinaigrette made. So now let's get the fish from the oven and start to build this dish. This is going to be unreal. Yeah, that's really good. It's just so fresh. The tarragon works so well, and the clams are just divine.
So there you go, my Monkfish and Chorizo Welsh Rarebit with a clam and tarragon vinaigrette. For all the recipes and everything you need to know about American street feasts, go to foodnetwork.co.uk.
Some spring onions. And I've got some of these lovely pickled walnuts. You're going to get a real sharp vinegary flavour, which really helps add acidity to the salad. So now let's get ready to fill this. My first layer is going to be potatoes, onion and cheese.
I'm seasoning each layer as we go with a little salt and pepper.